Mai Kako, a Como by the Curtain Call, a weekly program of reviews, previews, interviews, and features of and with the great art and artists on Maui and beyond. I'm Paul James Brown. Jason Momoa, an Oʻahu native and bona fide superstar, has been wanting to do Chiefs of War for more than a decade. He and his longtime collaborator, Thomas Paʻa Sibbettʻs, convinced Apple Plus TV to present the story they wrote collaboratively. The first 2 episodes premiered on August 1st, and there will be a new episode a week for 6 more weeks. It is the story of a real-life latter 19th century warrior, Kaʻiana, Mr. Mamoʻa, who lived to fight for the start of the Kingdom of Hawaiʻi until he rebels against Kamehameha and the beginning of its demise by the invasion of the Pelicans, as the Hawaiians called the British invaders. When one thinks about movies made in Hawaii, very few are actually about Hawaiians. Mr. Mamoʻa recently told the New York Times, quote, "We have our own stories to tell," unquote, he said. Quote, "We did it for Hawaii," unquote. Mr. Mamoʻa was serious. They hired more than a dozen cultural consultants to ensure everything was pono. The canoes were hulled and carved by kahuna kalaiwaʻa and ahu ula, feathered capes worn by Moʻi and Aliʻi, and the mahiole helmets were hand-sewn by Kumu and Kahuna. Quote, "These things are real," Mr. Sibbett's told the Times. "These are not props. We are not just building a show. We are showing the world who we are," unquote. The first episode had some beautiful moments when Mr. Mamoʻa free dives and captures a shark. Was spectacular. Then there are the war scenes. These are gripping and extremely violent. We learned that women were warriors as well as men. Kahekili, the Moʻi of Maui, is played by Tamura Morrison with strength and guile. He is someone you do not want to mess with. He is driven by greed, narcissism, genocidal cruelty, and a prophecy he has misinterpreted. Kaʻiana is tricked into helping him invade and conquer Oʻahu, which, when he finds out the gambit, doesn't want to have anything more to do with it. In the second episode, we meet Ka'u'umanu, Lucianne Buchanan, who is beautiful, sensitive, brilliant, and about a foot shorter than the real Ka'u'umanu and several pounds more svelte. I guess finding a 6'2" islander was not in the cards. She has been betrothed to Kamehameha, who doesn't show up till episode 3. She tries to get out of it, but her father, Ali'i Kaeamoku, shortened inexplicably to Moku, Maui's own Moses Goods, tells her in no uncertain terms the deal is done, and she doesn't have a choice. When Ka'u'umanu is introduced, the writers give us a hint of who she will be. She asks her uncle, a star reader, to tell her the story of the Red Cape Star. When he tells her these are kapu for women, she puts him firmly in his place and lets him know she doesn't think she is prevented from any knowledge, wherein he proceeds to tell her the story. In this episode, Kaʻiana has been commanded to join with Kahekili. Kaʻiana rejects his invitation, and he and his family escape. When Kahekili finds out, he sends his men to capture him. Kahekili wants the mana in Kaʻiana's bones, which he believes is part of the prophecy he has misinterpreted. The chase scenes with Mr. Mamoʻa streaking through the forest in an authentic malo are exciting and quite beautiful. In the penultimate scene, Mr. Mamoʻa fights a passel of warriors, dispatching several with exceptional brutality. He escapes by tackling a warrior and jumping off a several hundred-foot cliff. The warriors think he is dead, and their leader tells them to get the body. But then, the final scene is Mr. Mamoʻa on a British ship. How that happened is left to the audience's imagination. It is Deus Ex Machina, if there ever was one. In the third episode, a year has passed. We see Mr. Mamoʻa on the ship with his mate, Tony, James Udom, who not only teaches him about a musket, but is also his English teacher. Then we see him in Alaska. Meanwhile, Ka'u'umanu is learning English from John Young, Benjamin Hoytes, on the island of Hawaii. Now comes Kamehameha, Kaʻina Makua. We see him holding rocks underwater with a group. One by one they surface. They realize Kamehameha has not yet joined them, and then they see him walking onto the beach far away with his rock. He is summoned to a meeting where Kalaniʻapuʻu, another Maui guy, Branscombe Richmond, who is obviously in ill health, tells the assembled ali'i of the pending battle with Kahekili and the need for a successor. After the meeting, Kaeamoku tells Ka'uamanu she will be married this night to Kamehameha. He tells her Kamehameha is the chosen one, the Moʻi that was prophesied. She shares the prophetess's vision she will not give Kamehameha an heir. He tells her to never share that story with anyone. Meanwhile, the ship lands in Zamboanga, of Spanish East Indies. Kaʻiana inexplicably wears an ahu'ula and maioli. How he got them, since he was rescued by an English ship after leaping from a cliff into the sea, is another Deus Ex Machina moment. He wants to purchase muskets for his countrymen. He meets a fellow Hawaiian, Waine'e, Sissy Gray, who tells him she can get him anything. She wants to trade Iliahi sandalwood for guns and cash, but Kaʻiana, ever the moral compass, disdains this idea. Back on Hawaii Island, the wedding has taken place, and the nuptial rites are witnessed by all. So far, the story is exciting, and Mr. Momoa's character is heroic, spiritually connected to his culture, dedicated to his ohana, and wants to live in peace. But because he's the baddest of them all, Kahekili wants him dead. He believes the mana and Kaʻiana's bones will be the culmination of the prophecy. The first episode was entirely in Olelo, Hawaii, with subtitles. For Mr. Mamoʻa, who is not a native Hawaiian speaker, this was among the most difficult aspects of the series, according to a story in the New York Times. The second episode has pelicans, as the white Englishmen are called, and there is a little English. The third episode, everyone is learning and speaking English as well as Olelo, Hawaii. The cinematography is, of course, spectacular. The nighttime scenes are particularly effective and accurate, portraying the darkness of the time. Mr. Mamoʻa is supported by outstanding work from a plethora of Maori New Zealanders. Besides Mr. Morrison and Ms. Buchanan, there is also Roimada Fox, who plays the sorceress Tala. She seems to pop up and solve a problem or predict something unexpected throughout these two episodes. Her eye treatment makes her appearance all the more spooky. Also, there is Te Ao Hina Pehinga, who plays Kupu Ohi, Kaʻiana's wife. She is a strong, positive spouse who wants to have a family. This story is one many of us can learn much about the Hawaiian culture and the ancestors of the modern-day Hawaiians. The use of Olelo, Hawaii is a real plus. The costuming of the women and some of the men has been sanitized for family viewing. However, Mr. Mamoʻa wears an authentic malo. There are 6 more episodes. They drop every Friday on Apple Plus TV. If you don't have Apple Plus already, you're going to want to sign up. Given what I have seen so far, this series is going to be one you won't want to miss. Well, that's Curtain Call for this week. Mahalo nui loa for tuning in. I'm Paul James Brown. Maui strong. Ahui ho.